Welcome back, lovely. In this lesson, we'll be discussing the important role of fiber. Fiber is so important for many things in our body. Fiber is what gives structure to plant cell walls. It plays a crucial role in feeding our good gut bacteria. Fiber improves digestion, keeps our pH low and alkaline, stabilizes blood sugar, gets rid of unwanted substances, helps regulate weight and appetite. And one of the single most important things to do for weight loss is increase fiber intake. And just a tip, fiber is only found in plant foods. The recommended dietary intake of fiber for women is 25 to 30 grams a day, men 30 to 38. But the thing about RDAs is that they aren't necessarily set at what is best for health, but rather what Americans are willing to do. So honestly, the recommended minimum daily intake of fiber is greater than 30 grams. Modern day hunters and gatherers nearly ate around 100 grams of fiber a day. That is what their diets were centered around. Fiber equaled food. So one very important thing is that fiber helps regulate our appetite. More than 97% of Americans get more than enough protein, but more than 97% of Americans don't get enough fiber. Nearly everyone is suffering from a fiber-deficient diet, and it's killing us. It's pretty bad when French fries make it into the top 10 sources of fiber. So what's very cool is that fiber does not have calories, which is why it makes it so good for weight loss. It adds bulk to food without adding calories. You could drink an 8-ounce bottle of juice in a matter of seconds, but to get the same number of calories, you would have to eat nearly 3 cups of apple slices to equal that juice. What do you think would fill you up more? Obviously, the 3 cups of apple slices compared to the juice. Fiber also slows absorption of starches, sugars, and fats. Let's take an apple again compared to the apple juice. Because pure apple juice is basically the juice with the fiber removed. If you were to drink the apple juice, it would take about seconds for it to be absorbed into the bloodstream, spike your blood sugar and insulin, which, remember, causes fat cells to swell. And to get the same number of calories from eating an apple versus drinking the juice, you would have to eat around 4 to 5 apples. Fiber also helps you become fuller faster. Thus, you end up eating less calories in the end, and it stays in your stomach longer too, keeping you fuller longer. Fiber also helps to suppress hunger hormones, meaning they don't arise as often, and you are less likely to go looking for food when you don't need it. Fiber carries calories and dilutes them, meaning high fiber meals and foods, you end up absorbing less calories overall. If you feed someone whole wheat bread with intact fruit and fiber versus just white bread and juice, the whole wheat meal and the intact fruit participants poop out twice as much, which means that's twice as many calories being pooped out too. You can lose more weight on a high fiber diet eating the same number of calories as somebody else. Because not all those calories are getting absorbed. And if Americans reach the minimum recommended fiber intake daily, it would reduce around 100 calories absorbed a day, reducing that gradual weight gain that comes as we age. For those that believe it's just calories in versus calories out, which is so not true, high fiber meals actually allow more calories to come out. This is important and necessary because our stool is loaded with our waste, everything the body deemed we did not need, so it's important to release our stools or else those toxins will not be released. Fiber is literally like a detox sponge. When you eat insoluble fiber, it sits in your colon and soaks up all the toxins and waste, and you eliminate it through stool. Fiber is really good at sticking to potential harmful chemicals like heavy metals, pathogens, hormones, cholesterol, and getting those toxins out before they are absorbed back into the body. You must have enough fiber in the diet to flush out unwanted toxins. Those with higher fiber diets actually burn more calories in a given day and overnight. High fiber foods are like giving our guts a workout. And fiber is only found in plants. You cannot get adequate fiber from animal products or processed food because there's no fiber in meat, dairy, or processed table sugar. Fiber is very interesting and complex. And also what we know of fiber is that it actually is indigestible. Well, kind of, but our gut bacteria digest it, and it helps bulk up our stool. The bacteria that digest the fiber make short-chain fatty acids. I'll say that again. The bacteria that digest fiber make short-chain fatty acids. These can be absorbed back into the bloodstream and used by our body. Short-chain fatty acids have positive effects on inflammation, immunity, metabolism, body fat, mental health, and appetite. Fiber is anti-inflammatory, and you know inflammation is the root cause of obesity. The short-chain fatty acids produced by the intestinal bacteria eating fiber actually sends messages to our brains telling us to stop eating. Thus, more fiber foods, less cravings, less binging. The short-chain fatty acids boost our metabolisms and increase fat burning, in addition to suppressing appetite. When fiber intake goes down, the short-chain fatty acid receptors are not activated, causing the appetite to then increase. When fiber is taken out of food, or we eat food without fiber, we just keep getting those signals to eat some more. We're always hungry because our bodies aren't getting the signal that we've eaten enough, and even though we may be piling on a ton of calories. Processing and refining gets rid of the fiber by breaking it down and removing it and losing all those healthy benefits. Those extra calories that are quickly absorbed from processed food are stored in the body as fat very easily. If we haven't gotten our necessary fiber for the day, the bodies might be like, oh my gosh, what? Are we starving here? And this sends an internal stressor message, which causes us to store fat. When you are eating foods high in nutrients like fiber, it sends messages to your brain saying, hey, I'm getting what I need and I'm getting full. So you eat less, you're filled up sooner, and you lose weight faster. The problem is not merely that we are eating too much animal products and too much processed foods that cause these high rates of obesity and disease, but more importantly, a lack of nutrients and fiber supplied by plant foods in the diet. So fiber supplements, studies have shown that fiber supplements over a period of time can result in weight loss in those individuals compared who took a placebo and did not take a fiber supplement. But overall, the best results was when subjects increased fiber intake through whole, intact plant foods in their most natural form. Also, eating whole plant foods crowds out the bad guys and leaves less room for fiber-depleted junk, aka crap, calorie-rich and processed. Root vegetables, such as ones grown underground, have about twice as much fiber on a per weight basis than fruit and leafy greens, as those are almost 90% water. But the fiber superstars are whole grains and legumes, which include dried or canned beans, like split peas, chickpeas, lentils, etc., brown rice, quinoa, and buckwheat. And your root vegetables are also things like yams, beets, parsnips, celery, carrot, onion, artichoke, etc. Increasing fiber is also one of the single most things you can do to decrease inflammation. No wonder people who have more fiber in their diet are much thinner and healthier, as it does so many good things for your body. For your action step, I want you to tell me, what was your biggest takeaway that you learned from fiber? What is the most important thing for you to do next? I encourage you to even take a look at how much fiber and track that you're getting in one day, because many times we think we are getting enough, but when we actually take a look, it isn't quite as good. And if you track this, it can be a great way that you can actually have a clear understanding of how much you're getting and can potentially increase from there. All right, love, I hope you go indulge in some fiber. I'll see you in the next lesson.